Hello, my friends, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we're going to talk about some more good news because we don't get a whole lot of it in this world. And realistically, I'm not sure how good the news is, but it sounds like good news. So we're going to call it good news until it proves otherwise. This is On Automaton by Amber V. Tango Gameworks taken over and revived by PUBG publisher Krafton, with plans to expand Hi-Fi Rush IP. After abruptly closing its doors in May this year to the shock of fans and fellow developers, Japanese game studio Tango Gameworks is set to resume its activities under Krafton. The South Korean publisher announced on August 12th that it has taken over Tango Gameworks and welcomed its employees with the cooperation of Microsoft and ZeniMax Media. Oh my god, Microsoft did something that wasn't entirely shitty. What did they get out of it? Krafton also has plans for the Hi-Fi Rush IP, which it has acquired the rights to. Do they have Ghostwire Tokyo, though? Founded by Resident Evil director Shinji Mikami in 2010, Tango Gameworks quickly went on to be acquired by ZeniMax Media, the owner of Bethesda Softworks. From there, the studio developed the Evil Within series, Ghostwire Tokyo, and the universally acclaimed Hi-Fi Rush. In the meantime, the developer became part of Microsoft, which acquired ZeniMax Media in 2021. 2 years later, Shinji Mikami left Tango Gameworks. In May 2024, it was suddenly announced that Tango Gameworks would be closing. Xbox executive Matt Booty called the closure a forward-thinking decision and hinted that it had to do with the studio remaining without a leader. However, fans and developers from around the world were not convinced, criticizing Microsoft harshly for unfairly killing a prospective studio. But now, 2 months after Tango's closure, Krafton has stepped in to take over, and it seems Microsoft has cooperated in the integration process and pledged to support the studio's staff in resuming their work at the new company. Krafton already owns several development studios, including PUBG Studios, Bluehole Studios, Unknown Worlds, and Striking Distance Studios, and has published such titles as PUBG Battlegrounds, New State Mobile, Terra, and the Callisto Protocol. Not particularly sure how I feel about that. In the announcement, Krafton emphasizes that this is their first major investment in the Japanese game market and an important part of their global strategy. The decision to bring Tango Gameworks on board was apparently driven by Krafton's assessment of the studio's originality and game-making skills. In taking over the business, Krafton also took over the rights to the Hi-Fi Rush IP from Microsoft, which it plans to expand through future projects. However, these organizational changes are not expected to bring any changes to the existing Hi-Fi Rush, The Evil Within, or Ghostwire Tokyo, which are part of Microsoft's catalog. Well, that's disappointing. I really loved Ghostwire Tokyo. I would have really liked to see that get a sequel or something. I guess maybe the way they left it, it couldn't really have a sequel. But I would have liked to see something in the same vein. But then again, just because they're not doing anything with Ghostwire Tokyo doesn't mean they couldn't do something in the same vein. Maybe they'll do a spiritual successor, but actually have a publisher. Oh, poor Shadow Hearts. But I am very glad to see that a studio that has done such amazing work. Hi-Fi Rush was a huge hit. I'm happy that the people who work there are finding a good job where they can continue working together. I definitely hope they come up with some new cool stuff. The fact that they managed to keep their popular IP that just came out so that they can work on it more is even more cool. But again, I'm left wondering what Microsoft got out of the deal. Because we all know Microsoft didn't do it out of the goodness of their heart. They got something out of that, absolutely, hands down. No questions asked. It would be very interesting to figure out, to see in the future what it is they may have gotten in return. Probably money, for the most part. Maybe some kind of kickback on anything that they develop for a while. That's a possibility. There are all sorts of ways to make money off of other people's work. So Microsoft is definitely good at that. I have never played Hi-Fi Rush. I have heard good things about it. And again, it was very popular. So the fact that Microsoft went ahead and just closed the studio, saying it was a forward-thinking idea, what the hell? Why would you close a studio maybe they closed it because there was this deal. Maybe the deal itself was the reason that they closed it down, to try to shuffle it around to someone else. Maybe there's some kind of legal loophole in there that made it a better deal for them. Especially considering this is only a few months after, and a lot of times these kinds of deals will take longer. That's a little bit of conjecture. If anybody ever wants to tell me if I'm right or not, that'd be cool. But I would almost bet that Tango was sold as opposed to anything else, and they didn't want it to look like, maybe they didn't want it to look like they sold Tango to make money. So instead they closed the studio and then reopened, quote unquote, the studio under another place, but the other place had to give them money to do it. I'm sorry guys, I took some painkillers earlier. I was having some cramps in my tentacles and they're just, it's kind of throwing me for a loop. So if this just sounds like a crazy conspiracy theory, then you know why. But you know, it sounds like it would make sense to me. If I was a sneaky ass corporate person, that's the type of shit I'd pull. Instead, I'm a squid. That's okay, I like being a squid. So while I hate leaving you with yet another really short video, I'm gonna ask you some questions and I would like you to answer them down in the comments. Have you played Hi-Fi Rush? Did you enjoy it? Do you think this is a good thing? Because I do think this is a good thing. Or at least it's starting as a good thing. I do hope that Tango gets to put out some more really cool stuff. Hearing that they also did the Callisto Protocol makes me kind of go, oh, maybe not, because that was not a very good game. But you never know. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. If you really liked it, you can feel free to share it around, and I will catch you later.